Assalamualaikum students. Today is the date 11th September, the death anniversary of the founder of Pakistan, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. In this video, I will tell you about the biography of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Let's start. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was born in a rented apartment on the second floor of Wazir Mansion in Karachi on December 25, 1876. When Muhammad Ali Jinnah was 6 years old, his father placed him in the Sindh Madrasatul Islam school. Jinnah was far from a model student. He was more interested in playing outside with his friends than focusing on his studies. Despite his mother's resistance, Jinnah accompanied his aunt back to Mumbai when she enrolled him in the Gokal Das Tej Primary School. Jinnah's parents then enrolled him in the Christian Missionary Society High School, hoping he would be better able to concentrate on his studies. At his mother's urging, the 15-year-old Jinnah entered into an arranged marriage with his 14-year-old bride, Youm-e in February 1892. Following the marriage, Jinnah continued attending the Christian Missionary Society High School until he left for London. He departed Karachi in January of 1893. Jinnah would never see his wife or his mother again. Youm-e died a few months after Jinnah's departure. Sir Frederick Leigh Croft, a business associate of Jinnah Bhai Punja, offered young Jinnah a London apprenticeship with his firm, Garam's Shipping and Trading Company. Soon after his arrival in London, Jinnah gave up the business apprenticeship in order to study law, enraging his father, who had before his departure given him enough money to live for 3 years. In 1904, Jinnah attended a meeting of the Indian National Congress. In 1906, he joined the Congress himself. In 1912, Jinnah attended a meeting of All India Muslim League, prompting him to join the league the following year. He was a member of the moderate group in the Congress, favoring Hindu-Muslim unity in achieving self-government and following such leaders as Mehta, Nauroji and Gopal Krishna Gokal. Jinnah's moderate faction in the Congress was undermined by the deaths of Mehta and Gokal in 1915. He was further isolated by the fact that Nauroji was in London, where he remained until his death in 1917. During the 1930s, Jinnah attended the Anglo-Indian Round Table Conferences in London and led the reorganization of the All India Muslim League. 3 Round Table conferences followed over as many years, none of which resulted in a settlement. Jinnah was a delegate to the first 2 conferences but was not invited to the last. On 3 September 1939, British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain announced the commencement of war with Nazi Germany. The Lahore Resolution, sometimes called the Pakistan Resolution, based on the subcommittee's work, embraced the two-nation theory and called for the union of the Muslim majority provinces in the northwest of British India with complete autonomy. He had to found the newspaper Dawn in the early 1940s in Delhi. It had to spread the League's message and eventually become the major English language newspaper of Pakistan. In September 1944, Jinnah and Gandhi, who had by then been released from his palatial prison, met formally at the Muslim leader's home on Malabar Hill in Mumbai. The British pupil returned Saliment Attlee at his Labour Party later in July in 1945. the Muslim League declared that they would campaign on a single issue, Pakistan. In the December 1945 elections for the Constituent Assembly of India, the League was every seat reserved for Muslims. In the provisional elections in January 1946, the League booked 75% of the Muslim vote, an increase from 4.5 in 1977. In February 1946, the British cabinet resolved to send a delegation to India to negotiate with leaders there. This cabinet mission included Cripps and Patrick Lawrence, the highest level delegation, to try break the deadlock. On 20 February 1947, Attlee announced Mountbatten's appointment and the Britain would transfer power in India not later than June 1948. On 2 June, the final plan was given by the Viceroy to Indian leaders. On 15 August, the British would turn over power to two dominations. Jinnah concluded his address with Pakistan Zindabad, long live Pakistan, which was not in the script. In the weeks which followed, Punjab and Bengal cast the votes which resulted in partition. On 14 August, Pakistan became independent. Jinnah led the celebrations in Karachi. One observer wrote, "Here indeed is Pakistan's king, emperor, archbishop of Canterbury speaker." On 14 August, Pakistan became independent. Jinnah led the celebrations in Karachi. One observer wrote, "Her indeed his Pakistan's king, emperor, archbishop of Canterbury, speaker and prime minister concentrated into one formidable Quaid-e-Azam." In March, Jinnah, despite his declining health, made his only post-independence visit to East Pakistan. In a speech before a crowd estimated at 3,000, Jinnah stated in English that Urdu alone should be the national language. Jinnah died at 10:20 p.m. at his home. The following day, he was sworn in as Pakistan's first Governor-General on September 1148. He died near Karachi, Pakistan. In March, Jinnah, despite his declining health. On 22 August 1947, just after a week of becoming Governor-General, Jinnah dissolved the elected government of Dr. Khan Abdul Jabbar Khan. In March, Jinnah, despite his declining health, made his only post-independence visit to East Pakistan. In a speech before a crowd estimated at 30,000, Jinnah stated in English that Urdu alone should be the national language, believing a single language was needed for a nation of remain united. Jinnah died sworn in and Pakistan first Governor-General in Pakistan.